Let's Talk Success presents acclaimed author and entrepreneur Linda Sivertsen.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, would you please meet and greet Mrs. Linda Sivertsen.
Hi.
Linda,
So nice to be here. Thank you.
let's talk success.
Let's talk success.
Well, we kind of briefed one another earlier on, I wanted to start off with this particular point only because I thought it was the most pertinent point that would then move or ascend our discussion forward here.
Okay.
Right here in your monologue, in your book, you're talking about that you can prove that you should never underestimate the power of an idea. Linda, I would like you to address our viewers and discuss and what you really understand and believe about what an idea is all about and where does it come from. Linda, the floor is yours.
Well, in my case, and I can only speak from my experience, I was given an idea as a child that I wanted to help people to live lives that were more blessed. Throughout my life, people always said to me, "Why are you so happy?" or "Why are you so charmed?" And in fact, I heard it so much that the question itself began to haunt me. One night, I went to sleep, and I always pray before I go to sleep, and as always, I prayed that I just be led to be on my path. And I was given a dream that I was supposed to write a book about charmed individuals for the purpose of helping other people to live lives that were also charmed. So the idea was just to do a discussion about what makes a charmed life. And from then on, it's been a great success of interviewing people who have a lot to say about that topic.
You mentioned something about praying, Linda, and that you pray on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Were you told to pray? Were you taught to pray? In other words, if someone just said,
Yeah.
Linda, you should start praying.
Yeah.
Did you know what to do, or?
No, I really didn't. I had always gone to church as a child, so I had some vague idea of how to pray. But ironically, I met a very kooky man in the late 80s. He was just a real wacky type of guy, and he was the one who actually told me how to do it. He said, talk to God like God is your best friend, and be certain that you're going to get answers, and keep the dialogue going, and talk hours a day if you have to, and always start with gratitude. So that's what I did.
Okay.
And I got some major results doing
All
that.
right. Now, Linda, when you're praying, are you auditory or
Out loud.
It's out loud.
Out loud.
I see.
That's what he told me to do, this
Okay.
guy. He said that the power is in the word,
Okay, the spoken word.
in the spoken word.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we are talking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good point.
Because we're using the power of the spoken word, ladies and gentlemen, in a regenerative fashion. Talk, success, which will then assist in building a incredible, huge magnetic field that already resides within, which will then allow you to displace all sickness and disease. Now, this afternoon on the Let's Talk Success show, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about living a charmed life, and Linda Sivertsen has had an opportunity to speak with many incredible people who have had their lives living in a charmed fashion. So, Linda, as I was kind of making my way through your matters there, one story really, stuck out with me, and it was the Beatrice Wood story.
Oh, I love her.
And if you can just give a short encapsulation about what was your experience with her, and what was the overall message that she delivered to you, which would then give greater confirmation that living a charmed life is something to do, as it is respect to, of course, realizing your full potential.
Be sure and get that point. Well, Beatrice, for those who don't know, was 105 when she died. She was perhaps the most famous potter in the world. She was a wonderful ceramicist. But this woman was irreverent. I mean, when I met her at 102, I went to her studio. She was talking about young men. She used swear words. I mean,
Oh, really?
She was hysterical. She was about 5 foot tall. She was like a little elf. And she was just hysterical. And to me, what she represented for me was she was 40 years old before she figured out what she wanted to do with her life. Just happened upon it by accident, really. And she said to me, everybody's talented. Everybody in life is talented. She said what matters is hard work. And that really struck me, because I've noticed throughout my life and all of the successful people that I've interviewed, they've all really worked very diligently for their goals. And I didn't notice that any of them really expected that it be handed to them on a silver platter. So I think you can make your life more charmed by your ability to stay with your goals, as all of these people have done. Visualize these things happening and staying with it through the hard times, because really the path to success is never easy. That's the interesting thing that I've learned.
Linda, do you feel successful?
Do I feel successful?
Yes.
I would say yes. I have an amazing family, a very happy marriage, and a great kid, and I do work that I love, and I'm healthy and happy, so I would say yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And with that in mind, what do you think success is?
All of those things. I think that to be truly charmed means that you are blessed on all levels. You're healthy, you have a great connection with spirit, whatever God you call it.
Correct.
You live a life that you're proud of, you're a good person. I really am a strong believer in keeping things clean. I don't like going to bed knowing that I've hurt anybody or that something needs to be finished or said. So if you can live a clean life and pay your bills, certainly that's that's a nice thing to be able to do.
Uh-huh.
And have creativity that you love, fulfilling work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What more can you ask?
Has there ever been a time in your life when you were inhibited or unable
Yeah.
to pay your bills?
Yes.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes. Interestingly, the first time that ever happened to me was after the book came out. My husband almost died. He had a ruptured appendix. And our income went from a nice large number to a very small number almost immediately. And I had to get a job at a grocery store. It was so funny because the book had just come out, and here I was, limos were coming to the house to take me to do the Lisa show or CNN or something.
Right.
So the limo would come, and I would get all dressed up and go on TV, and then I would go home at night and go work at the local grocery store during the night shift, because I had to do press during the day. So I had to work at the local grocery store doing the night shift, and they played what I call demonic music, full blast, to get the night crew through, the trouble of doing this job that none of us really liked very much. And I thought, you know what? All of a sudden my life isn't charmed anymore. But I learned a lot throughout that process. That was last year, and I think it was a real good experience, very humbling.